Guys, welcome back. Today we're getting right into some Easter eggs that were missed or unseen in Only Murders of the Building Season 3. In Episode 1, The Show Must, on the left is a poster for Oliver's Doomed by Death Rattle, which shows a red baby stroller superimposed on the backdrop of a black and white lighthouse. On the right is a brown fedora, which looks like the same one Ben is wearing during the show, and when he surprises everyone by coming back from the dead. In the episode, Ben takes it off and throws it to his brother Dickie. Episode 2, The Beat Goes On. On the left is a security badge for Greg Rivera, played by Adrian Martinez. The Ben Glenroy stalker posing as a security guard who kidnapped Charles and Mabel. On the right is a movie poster for Cobra 3, which sees a man in Cobra outfit facing off against Ben's titular lead character. Episode 3, Your Hankies. On the left is a poster for Death Rattle Dazzle, which clearly has been made by hastily updating the original Death Rattle poster design. On the right is a handkerchief like the one Ben was clutching when he was found dead. Oliver, Charles, and Mabel realize at the end of the episode 3 that Kimber doesn't have her hanky, which makes her a suspect. Episode 4, The White Room. On the left is some liquid venom aging serum, a bottle of the anti-aging product Kimber creates that she wanted Ben to promote for her. And air quote, I even wrote him the copy, end quote. She tells Mabel, end quote again, I might be Cobra in the movies, but in real life, I don't want to walk around with snakeskin, end quote. On the right is a miniature Statue of Liberty, which is centerpieces of Charles' girlfriend's enormous fish tank, a giant version of which Charles glimpses through a window during one of his White Room episodes. Episode 5, Love. On the left is news articles clipped titled Ben Glenroy T-shirt Gate, which Oliver finds in a scrapbook hidden in Loretta's apartment. On the right is Joy's ruby strippers, strippers. Red lipstick that the trio find backstage in Ben's dressing room, which was used to write in the mystery F-ing pig message on his mirror. And here's some more geared towards Paul Rudd's character, Ben. Anchorman 1 out of 2. Time to musk up our second Easter egg. Which number are we on? I am losing it. Our number 6 Easter egg. As soon as Charles and Mabel make their way into Greg's apartment, there's a poster for the movie Panther, named after Brian Fantana's signature cologne and made with a bit of real panther, so you know it's good. Friends. The second frame poster is for a rom-com called Hannigan's Wedding Night, and ode to Rudd's recurring role as Mike Crapbag. Hannigan's, husband of Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe Buffay's on NBC long-running Friends. Anchorman 2 out of 2. Our second Anchorman Easter egg is hiding in plain sight. So this is number 7. Zoom in on Greg's dresser and you'll spot a Brian Fantana prayer candle. 8 is Ant-Man. Greg's dresser is a poster for the animated future Ant-Man Adventures, a not-so-subtle reference to Rudd's turn as Scott Lang in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. DJ Donnie Dweeb. Die Hard Rudd fans will know precisely why there's a Ben Glenroy bat mitzvah DJ doll. Before his breakthrough role in 1995's Clueless, Rudd worked as a disc jockey. It started at this bar in Kansas City called Studebaker's. Rudd called during a 2015 interview with Howard Stern. I was probably about 18. I went in. I was looking for a job as a waiter or a bar back, and they weren't hiring. So I said, what about DJs? Because I saw they had a DJ booth, and the rest is history. Now we're on 10. Episode 6 is Ghostlight. On the left is a mug that reads, because I'm the stage manager, that's why, presumably belonging to stage manager KT, who features heavily in the episode. On the right is a sketch of a man in a flat cap and a red jacket with his back facing us. This is Gideon Gooseberry, the supposed ghost haunting the theater in his signature cap and red coat. Next one is the Cobra, round 11. On the left is a poster for the Bloody Maybell podcast, which shows an illustration of Maybell clutching a dagger between her teeth. The tagline at the bottom reads, "The exciting follow-up to the hit podcast, Only Murders in the Building." This is the podcast suggested by podcast queen Cinda Canning, who is played by Tina Fey, that Maybell decides to launch herself following the argument she has with Charles and Oliver at the end of episode 6. On the right is Ben Gilroy bar bat mitzvah DJ action figure, which includes body glitter and limbo pole. This is one of the products glimpsed in the background at the silent auction for Ben's stuff held by his brother Dickie. Next one, 12. On the left is a bucket list from St. Louis, Missouri to New York, issued on March 8th in 1976. This is the trip taken by Loretta after she gives her son, who grows up to be Dickie, up for adoption to a family in her town who are unable to conceive. On the right is a family photo of Dickie as a boy with his adopted mother and the miracle baby that will grow up to be his brother Ben. And that is it, I believe. We might have time for a couple more, so maybe we will do 3 more. So will there be a season 4? Variety confirmed on October 3rd that Only Murders renewed for a 4th season. Co-creator John Hoffman has stated that he wants to continue making Only Murders in the Building. His cast has repeatedly said much the same, and the season 3 very clearly sets up another sequel, so you'll have to go watch the last episode to go and catch that. While speaking to Screen Rat about the future of the series he co-created with Steve Martin and asked how many seasons he'd like to make, John Hoffman said, "As many as they'll have us for. I really mean it. This is one of those shows everyone involved in it is so happy doing it, and I know I speak for the trio and everyone else. When you have lightning in a bottle in this way, then there's a magnetizing force of incredible talent who say, wow, that looks like fun. I would love to be a part of it. I hope it gives it a good long life." And Only Murders in the Building. I'm not spoiling who the killer is from this article. Anyways, I wanted to do 2 more. So, Ben Glenroy Stalker is also a Paul Rudd fanatic. In episode 2, Mabel and Charles meet Greg while attending the funeral of Ben, while Greg introduces himself as part of Ben's security detail. Turns out that he is actually an obsessed stalker, and Mabel and Charles get trapped in his house. Sound home is filled with Ben Glenroy paraphernalia, but turns out that they're mainly Paul Rudd nods. For example, there's a poster for the movie Black Panther, which is named after his character's signature cologne in Anchorman, and there's also a Brian Pantana prayer candle. There's also a poster for a rom-com called Hannigan's Wedding Night, and odd to Rudd's recurring role as Mike Hannigan on Friends. There's another poster for the animated future Ant-Man adventures, obviously referencing Ant-Man. And finally, there's a Ben Glenroy Bat Mitzvah DJ. This references Rudd's earlier career as DJ before his breakthrough role in 1995's Clueless. And lastly, Harry Styles' eulogy hints at Paul Rudd's time on SNL. At Ben Glenroy's wedding, there are references to a ton of celebrities who are here to mourn Ben, so much that the ceremony has been split into multiple floors for different levels of importance and fame. Turns out that one celebrity who is very important to Ben was none other than pop star Harry Styles, who speaks some words on the ceremony. While this funny gag on its own could also be a reference to an SNL skit. In said 2013 skit where Paul Rudd is a guest, he pretends to be a major fan for One Direction, the boy band Harry Styles was in before he went solo. And that is it. So who do you guys think killed Ben? And Comment below what you guys think of the missing eggs, because those are fun to point out, because of course when you have guest stars, you're always gonna have those extra like things referencing their other work that they've done. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll be back with more facts. Bye now.